Nice, he was a kindred spirit. We never went to the moon, they faked the moon landings. No, we never went to the moon, you are the centre of creation. That guy was right.
Yeah, we've been Cambridge like an argument.
He's a head of physics at Cambridge University, my godfather.
Yeah, well, I'd love to.
Speak to him.
This is the Nathan Oakley distance of sun, axis of rotation, take a picture up close, man. Try and answer any of these questions if you can. You could earn yourself a lot of money.
I think we've just been answered, mate, is the problem. I don't really need to.
They've been answered?
Yeah.
So you don't have to answer them? Are you a Christian?
No.
Why not? People have answered all those questions. According to the Christians, it's all been answered. Jesus walked on water, and he died for your sins, according to them.
Am I going on a YouTube video or something?
Yeah.
Cool.
I hope you don't mind, guys. But I go around the country talking to people about how we've been misled to think that we're insignificant specks of primordial goo, good to be slaves, but not much more. You are an eternal being of light. There is a creator, a source, or whatever. I'm not into religion, by the way, but I know from a DMT experience in 2015 that I'm not just this body, that there's a higher self connected to something more. So 7 years I've been researching what the fuck did I come across, because I was atheist. Age 47, atheist I was. And now I found out that no, maybe actually it's all about you. You are the universe. You and I verse. You and I create this world. Yeah, I can come to your house and give you a good, have a good time, or we could have an argument. Yeah, we're creating that in a relationship. You and your partner are creating through your words, and actually you're creating your universe. You know? And now we live in a world in which your sovereignty, your role or place there has been has been stolen, really. So that now you're born into a Minecraft world in which you're not a free agent anymore. You're going to have to pay taxes, you're going to have to go to school, you're going to have to do all of these things that you're told to do. And if you speed, park too late, well, you do all of these other things, we can punish you as well. So that doesn't make you the master. In fact, if someone gets flu down the road, I can force you to stay at home for 3 months or make you wear a nappy on your face. That doesn't make you the master. That makes you my servant. If I can tell you to slap yourself in the face, I'm your boss.
Are you Eric
But you shouldn't
Dubé?
be.
Are you Eric Dubé?
I'm not Eric Dubé.
Who's Eric Dubé then?
He's a guy who 5-6 years ago came out with these 200 proofs that when you watch this documentary, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of things that you go, that does ask something scratching my head. So my friends who put this slide together a few years ago, they used his some of his stuff. These are some of the proofs, you know. So you're welcome to check them out and give them some thought. But for me, the baseline, because flat Earth is really a psyop. The story is really much more complex than that. You know, this idea that we're all Newtonian, Darwinian specks of, you know, newtons and neutrons and whatnot. No, that's not actually probably true either. So I started with the basics though. Water. Water is level over any stretch that we can measure it. Although we might think in the distance the train is small, when it gets closer you realize the train is fucking big. So the same is true with the ship and the atmosphere and everything, the clouds, they all crunch down into the horizon over the beach in the distance. That's what we see. So that's a trick of the eye when the ship's getting smaller. We know the ship's not getting smaller, it's just further away. So what if the other factors we look at that we give as ourselves as evidence that we're on a curving body of water, what if those things are also just tricks of the eye? So why don't we go back to measuring, which is good science. Good science is repeatable, measurable, testable, and you should be able to do it equally to me. I shouldn't have to wait for $50 million a day NASA to tell me what the answer to the question is. You and me should be able to conduct good science ourselves at home in the world around us, the natural world around us. Not, out there in space things work differently, NASA tells us that, so we accept that. And actually if you go far enough according to Newton and get big enough, then water will start to cling to the underside of your testicles and you can then float around in space and they won't even feel any weight because they'll have their own they'll just float on time in space, you know. So your nuts won't even weigh anything if you can get them big enough, according to bullshit. Because things when they get heavier always fall in my world, you know. If I throw something up, it will come back down unless it's a helium balloon. So water was for me the killer, was because I grew up near the sea, my dad's in shipping.
Whereabouts are you from? Is it South Africa now?
Yeah, I was born in Dorset but raised in South Africa. Yeah.
Whereabouts in South Africa?
Durban.
I've been at Durban.
Have you?
Fucking lovely place,
I
man.
was there last year for a year nearly. Yeah.
Gorgeous town.
Yeah. So you went to the beaches, no doubt.
I went to the beach, I tried my hand at surfing, the waves were too big, it fucked me up. I came out knackered, that was it.
The waves are good there. I was in Bournemouth Beach the other day, and this mother was absolutely flipping out with her sort of 5, 6, 7-year-old son playing in the waves. I'm like, honey, you would not be able to go to South Africa if you're worried about these little waves. You come to Durban. Those are tiddlers.
And sharks and shit.
Yeah. But no, Durban.
Is this a full-time thing for you doing?
Well, it's not quite. I mean, it
or?
should be a full-time thing, but I don't get paid for it, so I have to find other ways of generating income as well.
And like, can you generate income doing this, or is it
I used to get more income from my YouTube channel, but because of the corona, I said too much stuff in South Africa because I was trying to inform the people there about how they were being misled. So they took my channel away after 3 strikes of misinformation.
So now, how do you fund going around?
Well, at the moment, I'm just doing this on the fly, and we'll see what happens this year. And next year, I hope to go to universities over the next year or so and start talking more to youngsters because, you know, I'm only offering information that I ask people to go and test for themselves. I'm not offering a religion. I'm not offering any belief. I'm just saying that what if it's actually the game is all about you, but the people who run the game don't want you to know it's about you.
I like the DMT idea. I might give that one a go, you know.
Yeah, take it seriously.
That's my kind of science.
Yeah. Some people will say, you know, you should do it the proper way. You can do DMT experiences through breath work because your lungs are the biggest creators of DMT in your body. So you can do that. But, you know, DMT is not a party drug. I haven't wanted to touch any drugs since 2015 when I took it.
Yeah.
And I realized I had my ass kicked. I was, like I said, an atheist. And the first words I said when I came back was, it's true, there is a God. You know, when I say I came back, because during the time I couldn't see anything as material. Your body would not have been this flesh body, it would have only been a light body. You could have moved your arms around, I would have seen that. You could have blinked at me, your eyes would have looked like, was the guy who took me through the ceremony. His eyes looked like his eyes, but his body was just light. The plants were just pulsing green light. And I'm 54, I've done, you know, in the 80s and 90s, I did quite a lot of drugs, you know. So I've done plenty of like mushrooms and acid and ecstasies and all these things that can give you like psychedelics, but this is different. And for me, this was like a grow up. I'm going to fucking slap your ass. Now it's time for you to become a man, you know. And at that point, I'd already written my book about being in war at the age of 19, you know, which is probably not far from your age. But at 19, I went to a country called Angola and fought in the Cold War with tanks. And I wrote a book about it, and this changed my life, you know, starting to write the book and talk about all of this sort of stuff. So anyway, I have traveled and I've done a bit of stuff in my time, but I do know for sure that every body of water I've ever looked at is level, and I can't show you which direction I'm spinning in if I'm meant to be spinning.
Yeah.
And if I've ever spun a wheel, I know that the air nearest the wheel is going to spin faster, but as you move away from the wheel, the wind is not going to be as affected by the spinning wheel. That's what you see in physical reality. But in this magical Disney reality that we all live in, that doesn't apply. Our spinning globe doesn't have any problem keeping all of the atmosphere up for 100 miles in a straight line with me as I move around the world, or as it spins around in its space. Which of course, the only way you can achieve that would be to cocoon the atmosphere, like an aeroplane. If you put the atmosphere in an aeroplane and it's flying, it doesn't really know it's flying unless you open a window. You know, because you're not actually you're cocooned, you're not feeling the movement because you're not moving. The air's not moving relative to the body and all of them things are all moving similarly. But in an unenclosed environment like this that's spinning, then yes, you should have drag and retardation of the atmosphere in the order of 1,000 miles an hour. And as you go higher up, that retardation of the atmosphere should release or become less, and the atmosphere will be less and less affected the higher we went up. And so it would essentially sort of drag behind us because you're in like a streak. It would be leaving, everything would be moving backwards. Everything would be moving backwards.
Is this live?
No.
I was going to say, you just got me eating this bloody falafel.
Well, and when I put it on, I mean,
cut that bit out.
I'll try and cut that out.
Have you eaten here, by the way?
No, is it good?
It's fucking delicious. Get one of the falafels, yeah.
I'll definitely get one of them.
Right, we're gonna go that.
Oh, guys, did I give you the flyer?
No.
I'll take a flyer, why not?
Please do, man.
I'll just take one, man.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good luck, man.
Yeah, likewise.
I'm Dave.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
Cheers. Lisa's on a mission here. Absolutely cleaning it. This is a good work. I think she's starting to come out of her shell, which is great. I think the last few days have been powerful for her. Hey mate, have you looked at this before?
No idea.
Okay. We've posed a number of questions that we find very difficult to answer. In fact, this channel put them out about a year or two ago, and they have yet to be answered by any scientist.
Right. No idea.
So I'll keep it simple and offer you, that, my friend, that there's a curvature formula on a globe for water. That water is apparently bending on this globe, even though you and I both know.
It's called the double meniscus.
Double meniscus.
The alcohol and water.
Yeah. So, but if you put oil and water together.
Yeah, alcohol and water.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what happens? They
No
settle
idea. I
the
don't
two?
know. I know nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, as you were. My brother, NASA is Disney. NASA is faking space. I'm telling you, they never went to the moon, and the ISS is a theater stage production.
What was that about?
I just told him that NASA's theater. It's because he was wearing a NASA t-shirt. And so that was why he was the guy.
Film me, mate?
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't mind
sure.
being on film?
All right. I'm Dave. What's your name?
Johnny.
Johnny, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
Any good questions about our display today?
Like, how long did it take you to do that, all that?
This lady here,
Yeah.
she's been at it about an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
God.
It's great.
Wow. Would have took me about 4 hours to get all that done.
Yeah, she's getting pretty good at it. You know,
Yeah,
we go
yeah.
from city to city, and she throws down some remarkable artworks to encourage people to think a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's really inspiring, isn't it?
Yeah. Today she's gone for a poem. What was it called again? Something about the moon. Prove the globe.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Prove the globe.
Proving the globe.
Proving the globe. Do you think you could prove the globe?
Well, it's round, obviously.
How do you prove that?
We're going round and round and round. All we go. Nobody stops. Nobody does.
Which way are we going round?
Ooh, we're going clockwise.
Sorry?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. Okay, point that direction.
Is that anti-clockwise or is it?
Oh no, but if we're rolling, are we rolling or are we turning like a clock?
We're turning the clock as like this, like we keep spinning round as we go every past out each hour.
Yeah. Okay. So if I imagine a ball in my mind and I spin that ball once a day,
Yeah.
that's what you're saying. It's spinning once a day.
It's just spinning once a day. Yeah.
So you and I, we should be able to point to the direction of that spin, don't you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But do you wonder why you don't know which direction it's spinning?
Well, I'm no expert, mate. So.
No, but
So-
you are, because your human senses are the most finely tuned devices that we've ever come across on Earth, all right? It's better than anything that man can get. So your senses are telling you that you can't sense, because if we were standing on a travelator, one of those ones at the airport where they're moving, your senses would know you were moving this way. You would immediately be able to say, I'm moving this way.
Yeah,
Even if you were standing there, you go, I'm moving that way behind me, right?
Well, would I get emotional sickness?
Sorry.
They get emotional sickness.
Emotional sickness.
Yeah.
Motion sickness.
Motion sickness.
Yeah. Well, but you would feel you were moving, you know. You would have
I
a
feel
sense
like
of that.
And I'm only messing with you.
If you were in a car, you would be able to tell just from being in the car that you were moving forward in that direction.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
you just kind of you're just moving forward wherever you go.
Yeah, particularly if the windows were open or the sunroof was off, right? Well, they say that we live without a sunroof here. We have no roof on this place. We're just spinning.
Yeah.
But our senses say we're not. Your senses don't know that you're
Well,
spinning.
you don't know that, do you? It's just kind of like kind of experiencing that sort of sense once you.
Do you remember
Once
when
you
you were
get
6, 7 years old, when you went to school and they taught you about the globe? They said that you're spinning. You probably said, but miss, I don't feel like I'm spinning. And
It's
then-
only because I never paid attention.
Okay. So they told you when you weren't paying attention that you were spinning, and yet you believe that even though your senses tell you you're not moving.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so that's one of your proofs that you live on a globe that we're spinning, and we can't substantiate that either by your senses or with scientific experimentation. There have been scientific experiments that have been done over the years, and they don't really work, so they don't use them. They don't teach us those things. Right? So that's the one thing. What other proof would you offer me that we live on a globe?
The Islamic calendar.
Sorry,
The Islamic calendar.
a calendar.
So the Islamic calendar is a lunar calendar.
Is that?
It's not like a based on the sun. It's based on the moon. So each month is a new month. If there's a new moon out, so let's say it's the last day of the month. If and they look at the sky, if there's a new moon out, then tomorrow it'll be a new day. So it's a restart of a new month.
I agree with the observation, sir.
Wait, hold on. How would you explain that on a flat Earth?
Okay. So I accept you've got an observation that you claim proves that we live on a globe. Is that right? You've got an observation.
No, I'm asking how it would work on a flat Earth.
No, that's not. I know you're asking me a question. I'm the one posing the questions here.
Well,
so my
that is the
question
proof, though. You can't have that on a flat Earth.
Okay. So no, I'm asking you to clarify for me, please. You're saying that you have your proof that we live on a globe is to do with the way we see the moon cycle. Something I'm simplifying it. But that's your
If you
proof.
simplify it.
Now, if that was such a clear-cut proof, don't you think the people who wrote the Quran would have said we live on a globe?
Well, the Quran wasn't written by anyone. It was revealed directly from God to the Prophet.
So, but
like
you-
it's a direct. Nobody wrote it down initially.
Well,
it was
yeah,
recited by orally.
But do you think God would have said you live on a globe in the Quran then?
I mean, the Quran is a spiritual guide. I'm pretty sure it does mention something about the rotation of the planets around. So, now, I haven't got the quotes ready for me.
I was talking to Imam the other day, and he said to me that we know in the Quran that the sun and the moon are moving, not the earth. And the
Which-
ancients all... It doesn't matter.
No, but it does matter.
How
Because
am I going to be able to tell you? His
then
name
I
is
can't
Shamsi.
believe you.
His name is Shamsi, and I spoke to him in Speaker's Corner 2 weeks
Okay.
ago.
So it'll be on
My
YouTube.
channel.
And
You
what
go
did
and
he
check
say?
it out, brother.
And what did he say?
Go and check it out. He
Okay,
said
but
it's the sun and moon that move. It's not the earth. And actually, all the Bible, the Old Testament.
Oh, I don't believe in
says
the Bible.
You don't
I'm
have
religion.
to. But you believe in the Quran.
Yes.
So there's a billion people that believe in one book, a billion people that believe in another book. Because both of them do not say we live on a globe. And I read the Old Testament, so I know that one better than the Quran. So I'm only repeating what a Muslim
Well,
scholar
that's
said to me.
not
Okay?
fancy. Like that's. I'll have to.
Please think
view
about
the
this.
video.
Okay, think
I'll
about
need
this.
to
But
view
does
the
it
video
make more
before I
sense? Does it make more sense to you that God would create a football pitch to play football on, or He will create a ball to play football on? Does it make more sense to you that God would create a stable platform for you to build your house on, or that He would want you to go on a fun fair ride that was spinning around? Would it make more sense to you that if you went to the disco, you would rather move the disco lights in the roof than move the floor? You see? You see that? This is logic, and you don't want to hear that.
Okay, so if it's logic, explain to me how the moon works on a flat. No. But now you're
You
not
don't get
proving.
to
No,
waste
but
my
you-
time explaining how it works if you're not willing to realize that your model is
Let's
flawed.
accept my model is flawed.
Okay.
Please now explain how the moon
Well,
works on a
okay,
flat.
I'm going to go a little bit biblical and say that the sun and the moon were created like the Old Testament says, and I thought Muslims were quite comfortable with the Old Testament. But the Old Testament says that the sun and the earth is first, and the sun and the moon are small. So let's work on the basis that the sun and moon are small, and that each of us has our own individual experience of the sun and moon. It's not a physical object. It's a point of light or an energetic signature that moves over the
Prove
planes.
it. No, you have to prove these things.
No.
So I'm gonna wait for your proof.
I do not have to prove this.
Yes,
You
you
ask
do.
me. See, this is why I don't waste my time with people like you
But you're
who are
here,
trying
though.
to.
No,
you want
but
to
you
pull
are
up.
here.
I'm offering you a theory.
So
you
you have
can't
to prove
that
it.
the sun is 93 million miles away. You can't prove that, can you?
There's scientific evidence to provide that.
Okay, what's the evidence?
There are satellites. Oh yeah, you don't believe in satellites.
Tell me what the evidence is.
You don't
because
believe in
I used to
satellites
believe what
and-
you believe. I used to believe in your religion, this religion of heliocentrism, where you put the
That's
sun
not
at
a
the center.
religion.
It's a religion.
That's
It's
not
a
my
religion.
religion.
So
I've
when-
told you my religion. You can't tell me my religion is not my religion. This guy, Assalamu alaikum, my religion.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu
Alaikum salam. Yeah.
It's a flat.
Well,
Huh?
What's
that?
It is flat.
It is. Are you recording?
yes.
Are you YouTubers?
Yes.
Are you YouTubers? Yeah.
YouTubers.
I don't like to be in camera because.
Okay, well, you can keep walking.
Yeah, but I'm speaking to my friend. So you know that? You know
I
what?
was
Yeah.
filming the whole time. It's
They
flat.
they said
The
we
religious
are a
don't
monkey.
accept that.
So don't be surprised if they said the earth is flat. Okay?
Jesus is the earth is flat. I don't
They say
see.
human
You
being
see,
is
science
a
will
monkey.
teach people. I know Muslims don't believe this.
Can you
of course,
prove
which is smart. That you don't come from monkeys. You know you don't come from monkeys, right? You know that. You
That's
know that?
not what evolution theory says.
Of course. Oh man, evolution.
Evolution says that we come
evolution
from
has-
apes, though. That's two different animals.
Please, you're playing
No,
with
I
words.
don't. No, 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 no,
An
no,
ape.
no, no, no,
You
no.
believe you came from
No,
an ape?
no,
so
no, no,
God
no, no,
created
no.
you in God's
I didn't
image.
say that. I didn't
but
say that.
God
But-
wanted
no,
you
no,
first
no,
to be an ape, and then take
talking
billions
about-
of
Now you
years
have
to
to. No,
evolve.
now you have to let me
There's
read.
not many Muslims who defend evolution.
I'm not defending it.
Listen, are you Christian, by the way?
He
What's
just
your
thinks he
religion?
is.
No, I'm not.
You're
I don't
atheist?
know- No,
So then why are you using the Old Testament
because
then?
I know that each of us is God, expressing ourselves. I think that Christ.
Are you Christian
is in
or
you.
atheist
No,
or
brother, I don't
Jewish?
need labels.
So
Forget
what is it?
labels.
What is it?
I'm
So you're talking about religion then? So you need to.
No, I'm not talking
you
about
can't
religion.
talk
I'm talking
about
about
it.
against religion.
Against
is
religion.
for control.
So what is your criteria to talk about against religion? Because when you listen, you need to have a criteria first to start criticize the Muslims.
I'm not criticizing Muslims.
Yeah?
Let's get it clear. I'm not criticizing Muslims, brother. Muslims, I took Muslim refugees in 1993. What were you doing in 1993? From the Iraq War, I had 3 Muslim refugees live with me in
Is he
1993
Christian?
in Cape
Is
Town.
he playing with words?
I'm not a
Don't
Christian.
talk to him, Akhi.
I'm
You're wasting
not a
your time,
Christian.
brother.
Yeah,
Please,
I'm not a
yeah?
Christian.
You're
can't
wasting your time.
accept- Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
accept that
yeah.
you do not
Talk
need a
about
religion.
people, wise people.
You
You
do
know,
not
it's
need
every
your
day
religion.
people accept Islam in Leeds. You know that.
Yeah.
Every
You
day,
guys
every, the
anything
fastest
because you
growing
don't know that
religion in
God
the
is
world.
you. God is closer to you than the jugular vein
Your
in your
God
neck, right?
went inside the private woman. Your God went inside the private.
My
No,
God.
he's a Christian anyway.
Well, I don't have, we have the same God.
You know, they
You
don't
might
have the
want to
same
be.
God.
You
We
might
don't-
want
we
to
don't-
be,
we don't worship the same God.
separatist.
No, no.
Our God, our God is
Allah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah.
Arm, leg, arm, head. God is in you.
crazy.
Closer than the jugular vein in your neck.
That's,
Muslims tell you
no,
all the
you're
time,
wrong.
God
You
is
cannot.
in you.
You're,
You don't
you
accept
chat
that.
shit,
That's why
though.
you're just
You're a
lone
liar.
wolf.
No, no,
You
no.
don't
You're a
know what
liar.
you're
though. You
talking
can't
about.
lie
You're a
about
liar.
Islam.
You're
You're
a
a
liar.
deceiver.
Repeating belief.
You're a liar
You're
of
repeating
Islam.
your
Don't
belief.
lie about Islam,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
You are a liar about
Yeah.
Islam. though.
Yeah.
You
What's
just said
Allah?
arms,
Allah?
leg, arms, head. That's not
No,
what
leave
Allah
them,
means.
Akhi.
man.
You're wasting your
What,
time.
is this not Allah? Is this not Allah? All of this?
What is
is
your
this not? Is this not Allah? Is this not Allah?
No, no. Allah
God
is above
in
everything. Allah
God
above the
is
creation.
in everything.
No, no, no.
God
no.
is in everything.
Listen,
that means
your
he's in
God
you
said killing
and
infants.
No, I don't have a your God. I'm not racist
Your-
like you.
No, no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
racist
no,
like
no,
you.
no, you are not racist.
Nobody
You're not
mentioned
racist.
this.
You're
Nobody
accusing
mentioned
Islam.
this.
Listen,
You're
nobody
accusing
mentioned
Islam,
this.
legs and stuff. Yes, you are.
No, no, you mentioned
You are.
Islam. You
You
lying
are.
about the
But you
religion.
claim
You're
with
lying,
words.
man. You're lying
You're
about
not even a
Islam.
Christian.
You wasting your
You're
time.
Wasting
your
your time,
racist,
man. Don't believe in your
religious
stupid
phobic
flat earth.
beliefs.
You can't defend the moon
The
around
earth is flat.
You're
The
chatting
earth, my
shit,
friends,
yes.
is flat and not moving.
Your God went inside the
You have
private
been
room.
lied to by your religious orders. Your religion has lied to you. Your scientism has lied to you. The earth is flat and unmoving.
Your God went inside the
Prove it
private woman
otherwise.
part.
Prove it otherwise.
You can't prove it. You
I
can't
can't. You can't prove you live on a ball. You
Believe
can't
it.
prove you live on a ball.
Yes, we can. Yes,
no,
we
you
can.
cannot.
You can't
People-
speak
cannot
about
live on a
God
ball.
when you believe
we
in your
can.
God went inside the private woman part. So we don't worship in
Don't be rude.
woman private
Don't be
part.
rude.
No,
Don't be rude. You see this? Is this respect?
I didn't say anything.
Is this your Islamic Muslim respect?
No, no, no,
Is
no,
this
no,
treating
no.
your brother with
No,
love?
no, man. We
Don't
don't
be
care
so
about
disgusting, son.
No, man, you talk shit. No, prove flat Earth. Prove the flat Earth, man. Prove it. Prove it.
Water's level.
Prove it. The water level and
Every body of water on a lake. Every
this
body
is
of
level.
water.
This is not flat.
That's not level. And water
This
will
is
run
level.
down that hill, son. You know that. Water will run down the hill. It will come to the
Prove it.
pool, and there it
Prove
will
it,
settle level. And the next body of water, parallel. Parallel.
That's
Parallel.
not
Do you
what
understand
means,
what
man.
parallel means?
You open your mouth, but you talk nonsense. You can't
You
prove.
you don't understand parallel.
You
What is
don't
parallel?
understand
Explain
parallel.
parallel.
You explain parallel. You're out here trying to
I was just
deceive
trying to
these people,
explain to you
man.
that parallel means two level lines that will never bisect and never get further away from each other. Is that your understanding of parallel?
We see
Is
live
that your
footage.
understanding of parallel?
I understand what you're saying.
You
that's
understand?
not-
No.
No, but
what
you're
I'm
now.
saying.
No,
You
but now I'm
understand
speaking. You've
parallel.
spoken.
Do
Now
you
I'm
understand
speaking.
what parallel is?
All right,
Do you
all right,
understand
okay.
what parallel
I
is?
know what parallel
So I'm
is,
telling
but-
you that all water
All
bodies
right, all right,
are
okay,
parallel,
okay,
which
okay,
means that
cool.
the sea
Great,
is
great,
also
great,
parallel.
great. We have live footage right now where we can see the Earth spinning. The Earth spins at 15 degrees an hour. That has been testified by a flat earther live.
You know, yeah, the
It's
15
been
degrees an hour.
15 degrees an hour
I
with
accept that there might
rotational.
be some drift.
No,
but
you
the
can't
cow-
accept that. But now you're rejecting science, man.
No,
You open
I'm
your mouth,
accepting
and when you're challenged, you
You're
can't
not letting
defend
him
it.
talk.
I'm talking.
But
I'm
all you're
talking to
doing is
him, so you
talking.
get the fuck
Don't
out.
put your face. Don't put your hand in my face. You've
I
done
am.
it to him the whole time. Now you're having to go at me.
But you're getting involved.
No, all I'm saying is let
talking
him
to him.
talk. You're talking.
Well, he had
I'm
finished.
trying
It was
to-
He's
my
trying to
turn.
explain.
But
No,
you
but
don't
it's
wanna
my
hear.
turn
He's
to
trying to
speak now.
explain.
Yeah, so
Now
you're
what
both
is
full of
that?
shit.
Asking him, but you have the
Yeah, what
answers.
is
Well,
that?
I'm talking
You're doing
to him.
all this all the
so
time. What are you doing
do
this
fucking
for?
do
Just
something.
calm
I'm talking to him.
down.
No, I'm not
No,
going
wait, it's time up.
do
Time's
something.
up.
No,
up.
time's
You're
not
too-
up.
you're too upset.
You can't. No, but you can't
Because
defend.
your ball is under attack.
No, it's
Your
not under
belief is
attack.
under attack. That you could come from evolve.
Swearing,
Do you believe in
shouting.
dinosaurs as well?
Talking when
Do you
you're not
believe in
able
dinosaurs
to.
as well?
Yeah, I believe.
believe in
So
dinosaurs?
I can talk when I want.
Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, let it go. Let it go.
Your mouth too much, man. Yeah, exactly. Walk on like a And you can't talk about Islam. You don't know nothing. You don't know anything about Islam.
I know a lot about it.
No, you don't.
I know a lot about
Name
it.
the five principles, 5 pillars of
No,
Islam.
I'm not going there.
Yeah, exactly,
I'm not
man. You
going
can't
there.
talk about Islam. Walking, man. This guy ruining my life.
It's time for a little break. Did you find anything interesting in that? I got a flyer on an electromagnetic universe.
I didn't catch it, but
We are all an apple, like an electromagnetic apple. What you see as your body is just the center of the apple, the seeds, where the seeds are. That's your body, and you are a small apple inside a big apple. At the top level, the 7th biggest Russian doll, the little nested one is you in the middle. The biggest one is whatever Allah is, God, the Mother Nature, whatever everything is.
I was just interested in him kicking off for you. Quite funny.
Yeah. Well, that was. But anyway, but it's worth looking into because you see, I raise my older children on Darwinism and evolution, and that's a lie, and it demeans who you are. It demeans your essence, because each of us has a divine creator essence that we're born with, but that essence